Stop watching Millionaires, start thinking like one. Welcome to Dr. Eric T. Motivation Corner Stop. Stop scrolling through millionaire content. Stop watching their Instagram. Stop binging their YouTube clips. You think watching is enough? That it's not. You want results? Then stop consuming and start producing. Because watching millionaires is like staring at a fire from outside your house. You admire it. You feel its warmth, but you don't get burned and you don't learn to handle the flames. Admiration is cheap. Action is expensive. Collision, the brutal reality, here's the truth. Every hour you spend watching how they made it is an hour you don't spend building your own wealth, scrolling their Instagram, watching their podcast, reading their success story, and you think, I'll figure out someday. No, someday is the enemy. Someday is broke. Someday is stuck. Millionaires didn't get rich by watching. They got rich by thinking differently, acting relentlessly, and ignoring distraction. Brain calm focus. The thinking gap, it's not about knowledge. It's about perspective. Millionaires think in systems. They see leverage. They see compounding. They see opportunities where you see risk. They act when others hesitate. You scroll, you envy, you hope, you delay. Watching doesn't change your mindset. Thinking does. Fire micro story. The podcast trap. You listen to a millionaire podcast every day. You feel motivated. You're not alone. You think, I'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. You do nothing. Meanwhile, someone else skipped the motivation and started building. 0.5 years later, they're 6 steps ahead that you're still consuming. Motivation without action is entertainment, not strategy. Warning, ego check. Stop pretending you love the idea of being rich. You love the lifestyle. You love the status, but your choices, they scream broke. You spend like you're broke. You invest like you're broke. You delay skills like you're broke. Millionaire thinking isn't about having money, that it's about behaving with money, opportunity, and leverage before you have it. Ball micro story. The simulation affect 2 people. Both want to be millionaires. Person A watches videos all day. Person B models there. Life silently, learns skills, invests, and takes calculated risks. 0.5 years later. Person B is on the path to real wealth. Person A has admiration but no action. Watching only gives the illusion of progress. Thinking and acting give results. Firecracker the action, principle stop admiring. Start analyzing. What skills do millionaires have that you don't? What habits do they maintain daily that you ignore? What opportunities do they seize that you postpone? Answer honestly. Then act. Your life is not a highlight reel, that it's a real, measurable outcome. And outcomes are created by actions, not admiration. Fire the mental shift. Millionaire thinking. Control your mind. Control your money. Control your time. Control your habits. Broke thinking. Consume content endlessly. Wait for inspiration. Hope for luck. Blame circumstances. You're not going to watch your way to freedom, that you're going to think your way to strategy, then act your way to execution. Brain calm reflection, leverage versus. Limitation. Leverage is the difference between watching and acting. Leverage comes from skills. Leverage comes from networks. Leverage comes from money wisely invested. Leverage comes from compounding effort over time. Limitation comes from scrolling. Limitation comes from envy. Limitation comes from admiration without action. Which one do you want? Collision, explosive, ego challenge. Ask yourself, am I building or am I consuming? Because if you're consuming more than building, You are a spectator in your own life. Millionaires don't admire. They execute. They think bigger. They act faster. They fail forward. They compound results. You watch highlights, feel motivated, then wait. And that waiting kills dreams. Fire micro story. The 5-year mirror. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. You're still watching, still waiting, still hoping. Meanwhile, someone your age, with less resources, less knowledge, and less experience has taken action, built skills, made money, gained influence. Would you admire them or resent yourself? Welcome to Dr. Eric T. Motivation Corner. If you thought watching Millionaires gave you insight, wake up. Watching is cheap. Thinking is expensive. Acting is priceless. Your future is not built by observation. It's built by mindset and execution. And if you keep consuming without acting, you're training yourself to stay broke. Collision, the thinking gap. Millionaire thinking is not about money, that it's about perspective, strategy, and leverage. They see opportunities where others see risk. They see investments where others see expenses. They see long-term value where others see instant gratification. You scroll, you admire, you delay, you hope. Watching them gives you motivation. Thinking gives you a plan. Acting gives you results. Firecracker micro story. The content prison. You spend 2 hours a day watching millionaire content. You feel inspired. You nod. You take notes. Tomorrow comes. You do nothing. 0.5 years pass. Your knowledge has increased, but your net worth hasn't. Your skills haven't grown. Your influence hasn't expanded. Admiration without action is a silent trap. High voltage action over admiration. Stop watching. Start modeling. Ask yourself, what habits do millionaires have I can adopt now? What skills are they leveraging that I don't have? What systems are they using that I can implement today? Then do it. Immediately. Watching will never replace doing. Bomb the discipline. Edge. Millionaires think differently because they do what others won't. They wake up early. They study daily. They network strategically. They invest consistently. They take calculated risks. Most people are addicted to comfort. You scroll for entertainment. You swipe for dopamine. That if you continue that way, you'll never catch up. Fire micro story. The 5 a.m. habit. Friend A scrolls social media every morning. Friend B wakes up, reads, builds skills, and invests. 0.2 years later. Friend B has leverage, options, and freedom. Friend A is followers and debt. Followers don't pay bills. Skills and assets do. Brain calm, focus. Compounding mindset. Millionaire thinking compounds over time. Small actions daily. Skills stacked weekly. Investments grown monthly. Habits built annually. Compound knowledge. Compound skill. Compound capital. That if you aren't building daily, you're falling behind daily. High voltage ego challenge. Stop excusing I don't have money. I don't have time. I'll start later. Broke thinking. Excuses breed spectators. Results breed millionaires. That if you wait for resources, you'll wait forever. Millionaires start with strategy, not money. Collision micro story. The side hustle advantage. 2 people. Person A watches millionaire content for hours. Person B watches less, acts more, build a side hustle. 0.5 years later. Person B owns equity. Person A owns admiration. Watching is easy. Thinking and acting is hard. Hard wins. Easy loses. Firecracker. Stop waiting for luck. Millionaire thinking ignores luck. They know hard work multiplies opportunities. skill beats chance, discipline beats desire. You wait for inspiration. You hope for a shortcut. You scroll instead of act. Luck favors action. Action favors discipline. Fire micro story. The 10-year mirror imagine 10 years from now. You're still consuming, still scrolling, still waiting for the perfect moment. Meanwhile, someone your age with fewer advantages is ahead. Why? Because they acted while you admired. Brain calm reflection. Identity shift. Stop thinking, I want to be rich. Start thinking, I behave like someone who is rich. Behave wealthy. Invest early. Build skills. Manage money wisely. Network strategically. Take risks intelligently. The lifestyle comes later. The wealth comes from action first. Bomb final wake-up call. Watching Millionaires gives you inspiration. Thinking like one gives you strategy. Acting like one gives you freedom. Right now. Stop watching. Start planning. Start building. Start executing. Don't admire. Don't hope. Don't delay. Because the clock is ticking. The world is moving. And your chance to position yourself will not wait. Welcome to Dr. Eric T. Motivation Corner. Here's the truth. Watching Millionaires is entertainment. Thinking like one is strategy. Acting like one is freedom. If you keep consuming without executing, you're training yourself to stay broke. Collision, the harsh reality. Every hour spent watching Instagram clips, YouTube videos, or podcasts without action is an hour stolen from your future. Every late night scrolling, every excuse you make, every I'll start tomorrow, it compounds into regret. And guess what? Regret doesn't wait. By the time you wake up, someone younger, hungrier, and disciplined is already 6 steps ahead. Firecracker micro story. The content trap. 2 friends, same age, same starting point. Friend A watches millionaire content every day. Friend B studies less but builds, acts, invests, and networks. 5 years later. Friend B has assets, skills, and leverage. Friend A has admiration and excuses. Watching doesn't pay bills. Thinking alone doesn't pay bills. Action pays bills. High voltage. Stop waiting for the right moment. Millionaire thinking is immediate. They start messy. They learn as they go. They act before they feel ready. You wait for clarity, confidence, and perfect conditions. Here's the truth. Conditions never become perfect. Action creates conditions. Execution creates opportunity. Fire discipline over desire. Want to be wealthy? Then behave wealthy. Track your income and spending. Invest consistently, no matter how small. Build high-value skills relentlessly. Network with people who challenge and elevate you. Luxury, status, and freedom don't come first. They're the result of disciplined thought and execution. Bomb micro story. The 5 a.m. advantage. While your friends scroll or party, wake up early. Read a book on finance or skill building. Work on your business or side hustle. Reach out to a mentor. 2 years later. You're ahead. Your skill set is unmatched. Your financial position is stronger. Your opportunities multiply. This isn't luck. This is positioning. Brain mental shift. Identity. First, stop thinking, I want to be rich. Start thinking, I behave like a millionaire. I prioritize growth over entertainment. I execute daily. I compound skills, knowledge, and money. Wealth isn't about admiration. It's about mindset, systems, and relentless action. High voltage. The excuse killer. I don't have money. Start with skill and strategy. I don't have time. Allocate 1 hour daily to high leverage work. I'll start next month. Start today. Excuses keep you consuming content. Execution creates freedom. Choose. Fire micro story. The 10-year mirror 10 years from now. You're still admiring, still hoping, still waiting. Some of your age took action, built skills, invested, and leveraged time. Who will have influence? Who will have wealth? Who will control their life? Admiration alone never built anything. Action does. Bomb final wake-up call. Stop watching Millionaires. Stop hoping for shortcuts. Stop waiting for permission. Start thinking like one. Start acting like one. Start building your future now. Daily habits. Strategic execution. Relentless focus. Because every day you delay, someone else is claiming the life you dream about. Directed closing words. Watching Millionaires gives motivation. Thinking like one gives strategy. Acting like one gives results. No excuses. No dilas. No distractions. Your life is your responsibility. Your wealth is your creation. Your time is now. Think, act, build, dominate. Brain thinking like a millionaire. Millionaire thinking is strategic, deliberate, and disciplined. Then break down goals into systems. Focus on what multiplies results, not what entertains. Automate their money, skills, and habits. Ignore distractions and stay patient. You consume content endlessly. Waste hours on social media. Compare your life to highlights, not results. Wait for a magical breakthrough. Reality check. The breakthrough comes to those who think and act consistently, not to spectators. Fire. Micro story. The 10-minute action. You spend 10 minutes scrolling through a millionaire post. Stop. Take those 10 minutes. Make a call. Send an email. Draft a side hustle plan. Invest $10 in a stock. 10 minutes of action compounds. 10 minutes of scrolling waste momentum. Do it daily. Small actions create leverage. Big results follow consistency. Bomb the lifestyle trap. Instagram and YouTube create false urgency. Everyone looks successful. Everyone looks rich. Everyone looks happy. You think you're behind. Stop. The truth, the highlight reel hides. Failed investments, sleepless nights, early mornings, hard decisions, sacrifices. You want wealth? Prepare for the grind behind the camera. High voltage your next 30 days. Here's the challenge. Stop passive admiration. Identify one high-value skill you can start mastering today. Invest a fixed amount. No excuses. Dedicate at least 1 hour daily to building your own leverage. Remove one major distraction from your life. Do this consistently for 30 days. Measure progress. Adjust. Repeat. The difference between a spectator and a millionaire starts with 1 month of disciplined execution. Firecracker final pressure. Wave watching Millionaires will never make you rich. Thinking like one without acting will never make you free. Your only path. Think like a millionaire. Act like a millionaire. Build like a millionaire. Everything else is noise. Stop admiring. Start acting. Start building. Start winning. Because time is your only non-renewable asset. The clock doesn't pause. Your 20s, 30s, and 40s will be defined by what you do today.